It's time for the HOI4 video I make every 3 months. This time with more communism. Can I say that? I probably can't say that. Today we're playing with the Barbarossa update to try and bring Lithuania back to relevancy by joining up with Poland and trying to make them also relevant. Also, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe or else I'll be sending you off to Siberia. We don't have it yet, but trust me, we will. We're going non-historical to give ourselves a fighting chance and non-Iron Man because I'm bad at the game. So while I was recording the video, the power to my house went out, which is great. Probably those darn mooses again knocking over the power lines, but that means I get to do it all over again. Great. So let's go over our problems, such as having political issues, being a backwater, having no military, and more political issues. So this should be fun. Let's start off by reconvening the Seimas, and we don't really need an army right now. Let's queue up some industry in here, and let's build a few more guns. As for technology, here we are. And let's begin. So, Lithuania. Not a lot of people really remembered what Lithuania did during World War II because it was mainly a battleground between the USSR and Germany for the Eastern Front. But this time, things are going to go a little bit differently. So now that we've reconvened the Seimas, now we're going to go down Lithuanian preservationism. This will help by increasing our unaligned support, plus it makes things a little bit cheaper. And now we get to choose what to do with Voldemaras. Either we can free him or exile him. Unfortunately, it looks like he's going to Brazil this time. And now we can also pick up this guy over here, because he's going to help make this a little bit cheaper as well. And now we can also swap to partial mob. Now with Voldemaras gone, we can finally get rid of the Iron Wolf partisans, because those have been a bit of a pain recently, with all that extra support for the wrong ideology. Now that that's been dealt with, I'd say it's time to crown the king. And there we have it, King Mindaugas III. And we have a new map color. I wonder what this could be a reference to. Anyway, time to make this new monarchy a little more powerful. Now it's time for us to convince Poland that they should do the same thing. Well, this is rather awkward. Well, now we have a mini-game to try and force Poland to accept our claim to the throne, but I wonder what happens if there are two Polands. Do I get both Polands? Does it make a new Poland? I guess we'll find out. Well, while these guys are fighting down here, I guess I may as well go and fix the economy a little bit. Not much else we can do for now. Ah, never mind. Looks like they have to be at peace. Well, that sucks, but at least we can fix our economy a little bit more. Looks like Japan's going to town in China already, as expected, and there we go, finally. Alright, that took you long enough. I might lose 5 days on this, but like, I can't be bothered to wait any longer. Well, now that you've finished beating yourself up, hopefully you're willing to join me at this point. Oh my god, you have to be kidding. Hey, at least this time we got like most of it. Okay, well that wasn't so bad. Now we have Poland as a personal union, which is weird. I mean, what is this, EU4? But in any case, we can go ahead and integrate this personal union to become the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth again. And the PLC is back, baby. Hopefully this time it doesn't get divided 16 times. And now that we've gone ahead and done that, I think it's a fine idea to go ahead and finish off the rest of the Baltics. Now to start off with, the infantry division we'll be using kinda looks like this. If we end up fighting against the Soviets or Germany, we're probably going to need better infantry than this. But as a start, it's not that bad. The Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth's rebirth. Yeah, I'm sure we'll be fine. And we can move the capital to Vilnius for no cost and a little bit of extra stability, so yeah, sure, why not? Well, I guess that's World War II then. I guess demanding the Sudetenland didn't really go all too well. You know what? I don't think that was a very good idea, was it, Portugal? No, it wasn't. Well, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Now that we've finished our claims, it's time to fix our military, which hasn't been doing all too well recently. Alright, let's get started. These are core states, so it should all just crumble. And yoink. Well, it's a little bit concerning that the French alliance exists, but the Allies aren't involved in this. A little bit cursed. Looks like the Axis might do a little too well this game. Now, Estonia might be a little bit harder, but probably not by much. Yeah, never mind, this is pretty easy. And yoink. Now, we do have a few options, since the French alliance is taking a little bit of the brunt here. Probably not going to work out very well, but hey, you know what? We could at least try to invade Germany. Well, even if we don't declare, it only costs 4 political powers, so I could at least bring them over to my border a little bit. Now, while I would like to try and end the wars quickly, we know that's probably not going to happen. So we might end up bunkering down a little. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? So far, so good, I think. except for this little bit down here, but that's a nice little encirclement to start off with. And we have a little one up here as well, and almost one right here. There we go. For the final spirit, I think flexible organization's one of the better ones. We could go with static, but honestly, that organization loss while moving can be really nice. So, yeah. And rip. Okay, let's send these guys down here to try to deal with this issue that suddenly popped up. Let's put you guys on railroad and let's get moving. We're also kind of hurting on that manpower, so let's do that. Alright, it looks like Germany's just been bashing their head against my front line, so this might actually be easier than I thought. Not sure what I did to deserve this, but oh baby, those greens. You know, I'm starting to think that declaring this war was actually a pretty good idea. If we waited too long, I don't think this would have worked out nearly as well. Also, I'd just like to point out the fact that the anti-air that I put on my divisions is enough to pierce through the Italian tanks. They really made those things out of paper, huh? Fighter 1s are done, so let's go ahead and give them a little bit of reliability and engine real quick. And we don't need as much support equipment anymore, I don't think, so let's cut that back a little bit, cut this back a little bit, and let's start building some planes. Let's see if we can't break through these weakened lines real quick, just to get across these mountains hopefully. And the front against Germany is going a lot better than expected. So, I understand France's AI is defensive, but they can't even get that part right, considering they can't even defend the Alps. And to make matters worse, they're not doing anything against Germany, who we're very obviously beating. The whole thing's a bit of a mess, really. Alright, time to hire the first agent. I think, maybe... yeah, you're fine. It's a little late to be building any sort of collaboration government, but at least we can get a few bonuses in this region. And it's time to start working on cryptology. This seems a little too easy, but... okay. I guess I'll just take Berlin then. Well, time to pin these guys and see if we can get a quick cheeky encirclement in here. Hey, there's a little encirclement as well. Well, it's almost an encirclement. Kind of. I now regret not turning this game onto Iron Man. There is an achievement as Lithuania where you hold all of the capitals of your neighbors, but unfortunately, I'm not actually sure if that would work, because we're not really Lithuania, are we? Well, if it turns out that's true, then, let's just not worry about that. Well, as it turns out, even Germany's tanks are being pierced by my anti-air, so looks like we don't need anti-tank. What the hell is Mexico doing right now? What? These guys have to be crazy. Alright, good luck then. Well, alright gentlemen, allons-y. Oh, my back's in so much pain from carrying this war so hard. Might have to take a vacation after this one. I hear Moscow's nice this time of year. Germany demands memo. Oh no! What will we do? How funny would it be if we said yes? I'm just kidding. The German line is so thin, this should take maybe 2 months. Seems like they're getting a little desperate now, huh? Well, that just makes the counter push all that much easier. Alright, let's see if we can get a little bit of encirclement down here. It might be a little bit rough trying to poke that out, but I think we have a decent chance at it. Well, it's not much, but at least it's something. There we go, finally wrapped up a fairly decent pocket over here. Oh. Well, that's not very good. Well, we better move fast then. Well, cipher's been decrypted. Let's see if we can get this over with. Yeah, this is a really bad time, actually. Oh, man. Well, we get 13 days, but that's probably not going to be enough. I'm able to squeeze out just a few divisions, but they don't really have anything, so... Well, good luck, boys. It's just the whole Soviet Union, nothing to be worried about. Oh, God. Oh, no. Okay, there might be a very slight chance of being able to survive this. If I can capitulate both Hungary and Germany very quickly, then maybe... Please capitulate. Please capitulate. Oh my god, please. Oh, it's so painful, please. Oh, finally. Well, we managed to get some of the boys back to the Eastern Front, but it doesn't look like it's holding all too well. We're gonna hold the Italian line down here while we try to push into Hungary and see if we can get them to capitulate as well. And, well, we'll see if maybe France can do something about this problem. Unfortunately, though, the front's just a little bit too long for these guys, so we're gonna have to bring that back a little bit. Alright, all the troops have been evacuated out, so we're gonna have to start rebuilding these orders. And by some miracle, we managed to capture this area, so now they only have this one port. If we can go grab that, then that is a quick encirclement. Now, the Soviet tanks are actually a little bit worse than the German tanks, because I can't pierce them with just anti-air. I guess in that case, it makes them better than the German tanks. But anyway, I decided to add a little bit of anti-tank to a modified template that I swapped these guys over to. So hopefully they can deal with the tanks, because there don't seem to be as many tanks down here. At least not as many of the medium tanks. Those seem to be more up here, so hopefully that pays off. Looks like the French are actually starting to kick the Italians back into Italy, finally. So hopefully we see a little bit more on that side of things. The hold in the north is a little messy, but at least in the south we're not doing too bad, so I might try and do a bit of a counterattack here just to see how that goes. And the Italians are actually doing really bad on this side of the front, so I'm going to try and do a little bit of something there. Looks like the Soviets might have accidentally gotten themselves a little bit encircled there. Oops. Oof, 2 tank divisions. Well, those will be gone real quick. If we can somehow manage to capitulate Italy, then this war is free. Easy win. Oh, and we have decrypted the cipher for the Soviet Union, so there's not really a point in waiting, is there? We may as well use it. Let's see if we can reclaim a little bit of land, maybe. It looks like these guys are doing quite well with all the help from France and Romania, so we're going to send a few of these guys over into here, and let's see if we can try to wrap up Italy as fast as possible. Now, they do have like 100 divisions, so I'm not exactly sure where those are supposed to be, but they're not in Italy, and for all I care, that's perfectly fine. Oh, you have to be joking. Okay, time to maybe pull back these guys, because we're gonna have a new problem to deal with. I honestly have no business still being alive in this game. I don't even know how I got this far. Like, how did we get here? I don't know. I haven't even been able to build tanks yet. I've just been using default infantry the whole way through. Well, up until this point, of course, this is a bit of an issue. Yeah, this has evolved into a slightly larger problem. Alright, we're starting to clean this up a little bit, so that's a good start. And 2 more little pockets is always nice to see. And we'll continue our advance further into Russia. Alright, overall, things are starting to stabilize over here in the east. The only problem is, yeah, don't look at that. We'll deal with that, probably. Oh my god, they keep on doing more naval invasions. Please, stop. No more. Wait. We're actually done. We won the war. Wait, hold on, wait, we won the war? Hold on a second. I mean, of course, naturally we won the war, why wouldn't we, right? So, yeah, if you don't mind, I'll just be taking all this stuff right now. Now, I don't have player-led peace conferences on because this is a new update, so I'm not even sure if that mod works for this. Who knows, maybe it does, but the main point is these borders are not going to end up looking very pretty. Yep, sorry Czechoslovakia, but I'll be taking all of that. And yeah, sure, I'll puppet Italy too, why not? And we can puppet Croatia. And you know what? All things considered, this isn't the worst peace deal I've ever seen. Plus, I'll get to annex the German Navy, so that's nice. And, you know, the Italian one as well, which is significantly larger. Now, to deal with the Soviets. Well, that's quite the thick encirclement there. And somehow we're still managing to push. No idea how this is working out, but I'm not going to complain about it. Oh, I just love to see those little hats pop up. Oof. So, now the real war begins. Imagine getting a whole new focus tree just for Lithuania to stomp on you. Looks like that's cipher number 2. Ah, like a hot knife through butter. One thing that I have noticed so far is that it's actually very difficult for us to, in any sort of capacity, get a collaboration government within the Soviet Union. My spies have been captured at least 5 times while they were in here for like a year, so I end up spending a lot more time rescuing them than actually, you know, being able to use them. Hold on, wait a second. Australia joins the Comintern. Alright, I played around long enough in the Soviet Union so we can finally proclaim ourselves the Greater Commonwealth, which means we're gonna get a whole lot of cores. Not that at this point we really needed them, but you know what, I'll take them, sure, why not? Oh, and of course, right at the end, Japan decides to hop in. Well, that could actually be useful. If they take Vladivostok, maybe we can end this whole thing. There we go. Vladivostok has fallen, so that should be a little bit faster. Hey, there we go. And there it is. The Greater Commonwealth. Yeah, that should give us a few extra factories, maybe a little bit of extra manpower, yep. You know, just double that, I guess. Alright, let's do this one more time, just for old time's sake. There we go. Well, that certainly took its time. Well, first of all, I'm gonna try and prevent Japan from taking pretty much anything, cause screw that guy. And that should just about do it. Yep, I'd say we did our job here quite nicely. Given all the possible outcomes, I'd say that the border gore we have here really isn't even that bad. Well, there are a few cursed things, like Austria being the leader of the French alliance and being the only country in it, or my puppets being in very weird locations, but yeah, let's just not worry about that too much. If I really wanted to, I could continue this campaign by invading Czechoslovakia, Austria, Hungary, Romania, you know, so on and so forth. Maybe not Romania, they're part of the Allies, but you know. France, Spain, pretty much everyone over here. That wouldn't really be too bad, but it would be very long and I cannot be bothered. So there we have Lithuania restoring the greater Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, which is pretty much just Russia, plus the Baltics, plus Poland, plus a bit of Germany. And, you know, all that good stuff. But thank you very much for watching. If you're interested in seeing more HOI4 videos in the future, let me know down below. I am interested in maybe taking a look at more Paradox games than just EU4, so if that interests you, then of course leaving a comment is the best way to let me know. This is Corbett signing off, and as always, have a fantastic day. Big thank you to all the wonderful people up on screen, including Ben Greenhagen, Quiet Guy, Torvald, Bouncer Steve, Sean, Robert Coleno, Snow Raven, Chewy Shoot, and The Watcher. Patrons get early access to videos, so if you'd also like that, then the link to the Patreon is in the description below. And if you're looking for something else to watch, then I recommend these videos up on screen.